Hey guys, it's day 2 of the Trans Health Conference, and here I am again in a corner, but in a corner of a room that is loudly talked and walked in, so it should be okay because there's nobody that can walk behind me, so we should be alright in terms of like confidentiality and stuff. But I just want to tell you what's going on today. So I got up this morning and I went to Effective Advocacy for Transgender Equality workshop, which was awesome. These two super sweet old ladies in their like 60s and early 70s were talking about like using social media for advocacy, and it was really, really cool. And they also talked about legal things that you can do. They talked about a lot of stuff that they did. Gave us a lot of tips like your legislators hardly ever read your letters. What you want to do is find an open meeting where they have an open mic so that you can go and show like your, talk about your experience and have trans people come talk about their experiences in an open setting. So there are some meetings that are open and some that are not, to the public, I mean. So anyways, it was just really cool to hear from them, learned a lot from them. And then I went to Gender Transition in the Workplace, which was really cool. This woman from, I forget what health thing she's with, but she did a presentation on how she transitioned at work and like how best to do that especially in a corporate setting. So that was really cool. And then I went and had lunch, and then I popped in and out of another keynote speaker thing, but I didn't really pay that much attention because I was busy with trying to get work done. It's really hard to try to get work done and be at this conference at the same time when you work from home like I do, or from wherever you are, from wherever your computer gets an internet connection. And then the last one I just went to, oh my gosh, so cool, called What Makes Us Men, Owning and Dismantling Stereotypes of Masculinity, and it was really good. This guy basically talked about, we did a lot of like what is being male, how does that feel, what are the internal and external types of things that make you male specifically or female. So we talked about that, and it was really cool to just be in a room of a bunch of trans guys all being like, this specific thing is like, I know this is a social thing, this specific thing makes me feel more masculine personally, so it's just really cool to hear a lot of people's experiences. And then he talked about, more toward the second half of the workshop, he talked about male privilege and how when you're transitioning from female to male, you suddenly become part of this, especially if you're white, you become part of this privileged male cohort of society that has things a lot easier in a lot of ways. And so he talked about how having that suddenly handed to you, or in some cases thrust upon you, is difficult for some people, and how, first of all, is there a way that we can divorce maleness and masculinity from male privilege? Secondly, if we can, should we? Thirdly, how can we use male privilege that's sort of handed to us to dismantle a lot of inequality? So how can it's kind of the same thing about like, if you are in a place of power in society, you use your voice to speak up for the people that can't be heard and to raise those other voices. So not necessarily to speak for them, but to use your power in society to help out the people that are powerless or have less power. So awesome talk, very good. So yeah, that's all for right now. And then tonight I'm going to there's a trans Shabbat dinner that I'm going to go to tonight, sponsored by, I think it might be sponsored by Keshet, which is like the Jewish LGBT affiliate, or like the group that sponsors LGBT things from the Jewish side of things. I kind of think of it like we have Reconciling in Christ in the Lutheran Church, which is like all the Lutheran churches that band together and are for LGBT rights. So anyways, that's what I'm going to go to tonight. It's going to be sweet. I met Sky, obviously. I have his shirt. Haha, bird shirt. So yeah, I've been meeting some awesome people. I met Chase from his YouTube channel. I'm going to link it below. I'm going to link him and Skylar below, actually. And talk to Chase for a while. I got this, how can I do this? Got this cool bracelet that says trans rights are human rights. Very cool. So anyway, that's all for now, and I'll let you know how the dinner goes tomorrow and then what I'm doing tomorrow. So day 2, we're almost done. Bye.